Wouldn't it be great if you could just look at any number and instantly memorize it? And it wouldn't matter if that number was embedded in a password or if it somehow was connected to a person's name. You'd just be able to have a way to grab it like that and remember it instantly and have it for as long as you wanted it in memory. We're talking about appointments, we're talking about whatever lottery numbers that someone screams out, this one will work. You know, if you want that ability to just instantly memorize information like numbers, well, there's something called the PAO, and knowing about it is going to help you. It's a PAO memory system, some people call it, and we'll talk about what it is, how that you can develop it, and get you started. That's coming right up. Hey there, this is Anthony Metivier from MagneticMemoryMethod.com, the website devoted to giving you every possible advantage when you are learning to improve your memory through memory techniques. This is a wonderful ancient tradition based on absolute 100% neurochemical brain science, and I like to give it to you straight, the real deal, so that you can actually develop these techniques and roll with them because they're extraordinarily powerful and fun. If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon down there. It's going to make sure that you're notified when we go live in case you ever have questions and you want to hang out with other people and learn how to make memory palaces and use these techniques in a way that is easy, fun, and so effective and elegant too. Actually, it's very elegant. I like elegant things. I don't know about you. I like them to be easy and simple and fun, but also have a sense of grace in their simplicity, and that's what this is. It's a wonderful, wonderful art and craft and science. It's a set of techniques that are so empowering, and they exercise every part of your brain and your imagination, and they just make everything in life better. So hit that like button if you're interested in this kind of material and you like to support it. And again, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the little bell, and I'd love to meet you one day on a live. So the PAO memory system, what's it all about? What does it do? And how does it do it? Well, it isn't anything and it doesn't do nothing unless that you get it in your brain. So one of the things that we need to understand when we're learning memory techniques is some people will say, well, I tried it, it didn't work. No, it didn't work. No, of course not, because these techniques don't work. You work the techniques. That's an important principle here. And it's just like going to the gym. The barbell doesn't do the work for you, you work the barbell. And the more that you get your movements correct, the more that the barbell is actually going to give you the outcome that you want in terms of the kind of muscle growth that you're looking for, etc., etc., etc. So PAO stands for Person, Action, Object. And one of the great innovators, I think he's often called an inventor of it, but that's not exactly correct, but a great innovator of it is Dominic O'Brien, and he's a great demonstrator of how that it works with his memory records that he's set and accomplishments that he's made, all very fantastic. If you don't know his name, I've got some material about him on MagneticMemoryMethod.com. Just check out the link down below and follow that stuff up because it's very enlightening and elucidating, and it will give you some more information about developing a PAO of your own. And what it is that you, well, I mean, there's multiple versions of this, and to keep it very, very simple, is you're going to have a person and an action and an object associated with the numbers 00 to 99, or it can be 1 to 100. You'll see it described in multiple ways. I mean, just like so many things in life, Bitcoin or computer programming or whatever, we tend to try to make these things as complicated as possible to create the barrier of entry as high as we can to make it as confusing and whatever. But ultimately, all you're doing is every, let's say, 2-digit 00, 01, 02, 03 up to 99, there's going to be a person associated with it, and in addition to that person being associated with that number, you're going to have an object associated with that person, and in addition to that, you're going to have an action associated to that. So it's 3 things per 2-digit number. So what does that look like? Well, the way that some people do it is they just have an arbitrary association between the object and the number and the person and the action. So they might look at 00 and just say, okay, I arbitrarily decide that this is going to be Superman. Not very intelligent decision at the end of the day, because then you have to repeat that so often that it becomes second nature. but it is what some people do. And then you have to think, okay, well, Superman is going to be, I don't know, he's going to be kissing a snake, right? Well, at least there's a lot of S's in there, right? But there's no real reason why that should be that way. But you can do it that way. There's an alternative, it's called the major method. We won't get into the major method, but it's a different way of associating numbers with sounds that reduces the arbitrary nature of all of these connections, so that there's actually a sense and a sensibility behind it, so that it makes a lot more sense and it's much faster to learn and easier to remember all these images. But in any case, so we've got Superman kissing a snake. Great, awesome, rock on. And then for 0, 1, you would have something else. And then all the way to 99, like it could be Jerry Seinfeld milking a cow, right? And the reason why that you do this is because when you have 0, 0 next to 99, then you can have Superman kissing the snake in a way that causes the snake to forcibly wrap around the neck of Jerry Seinfeld, who now has a problem milking the cow, right? That's one use of this. And the idea is that because it's not just a person, but it's an action and an object, you not only remember it more, but you're able to actually connect the digits together, connect these images together. The question is it necessary to actually have a person, action, and object for every single 2-digit number as recommended here? Well, in competition, I would say yes. And I know this from my own experience, having gone to competition where I did it in a much more everyday memory technique kind of way, and actually in the heat of the game was using like 3 different techniques at the same time because I never competed before. And just doing my best without ever any practice in competition. Nelson Dellis, when he co-hosted, or rather guest hosted, the Magnetic Memory Method podcast, he made the great point that really practicing memory techniques is one thing, practicing using memory techniques in competition is another. So you actually practice competition in a way that is its own practice that's quite different from just practicing memory techniques in private. So keep that in mind. And in competition, I would definitely want to have a much more fixed system where I just see numbers and that's what it is all the time, so that those things lock together no matter what. However, you don't need to be that rigorous in everyday life, and in fact, I'm not sure that the person action object is necessary for a solid 0, 0 to 99. Rather, I'd rather have it major method based. We've talked about major method in another video where you can learn all about how to make a very, very powerful 0, 0 to 99 in the least arbitrary way possible, and just rock and roll out there. And there's been some great discussions in some of our live sessions and also beneath these videos, so you're able to join in and learn more, and I'll point you to the major method training on the Magnetic Memory Method site. In any case, what you're really looking for is that you want to do something with this so that you're able to, anytime that you want, look at information like numbers and create images, and just like that have it, so that you're able to remember that later. It's a very, very powerful thing. It's one of the most powerful assets that you'll ever have, and if you want to look into it more, definitely check out my article on Dominic O'Brien. Definitely learn more about this. Choose the one that's best for you. Don't think about it too much. Just pick one and start developing. You can make changes later. Those changes, they won't interfere with future developments. In fact, they'll just give you the strongest basis for future developments. And we talked before on our video about creative imaginary exercises, exercises for developing your imagination, about how that this constant revisitation and improvement is itself a very, very powerful imagination exercise. So expect to evolve over time with this, and put some time into learning a PAO, or at least understanding what it is, so you can make decisions about whether you're going to be more major method based or have an arbitrary PAO. I ultimately, just to put my cards on the table, I really, really highly recommend that you go for a major method PAO, and as you evolve over time, think about how you can have person action and not worry about the object too much, because some of your persons don't have to be persons at all. They can be just objects. So we'll leave it at that for this video. It's really exciting stuff. I'm really excited. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. Hit that thumbs up to let me know you're engaged with this stuff. Subscribe to this channel if you're not already subscribed, hit that bell so we can meet one day in the near future on a YouTube live session, and come and visit me at magneticmemorymethod.com if you want to see how all this stuff plays out with a solid Memory PAO strategy, so you actually have a place to put these images to help you actually learn them. Come visit me, take my free course at magneticmemorymethod.com/YT. You're going to get some worksheets, it's a full kit, some videos, it'll take you through everything that you need to know from beginning to end in order to develop this strategy for yourself. This is one of the best investments you'll ever make. Even if you're watching this and you're like, I don't have to memorize that many numbers. It's not just about numbers. And you'll find that actually you deal with more numbers than you think in everyday life, but it's about being able to look at one piece of information and seeing another piece of information and having that information just snap into place. No, I mean snap. Snap. Yeah, there we go. It's a little bit wet here. Sweaty Australia. But I really, really hope that you'll take me up on this offer, because it is something that thousands and thousands of people have gone through now. We've been doing this for more than 5 years. It is an incredible, incredible thing that happens for people that really gel with this. I'm not going to promise that it's for everyone. Memory techniques aren't for everyone. Some people that just don't want to put in the little bit of time and the little bit of effort that it takes to wrap your brain around this. I do all that I can to make it understandable, but at some level, you've just got to dive in and do. And doing is the origin of everything that you need. It really is. Don't try to understand it all, because it's really, really, really something you understand through doing. And doing is the origin of confidence with these techniques. DOC. This is what the doctor has to say. If I'm the doctor, then I'll give you the DOC pills. Doing is the origin of confidence. It's the origin of consistency once that you get the confidence with this. It's the origin of all the creativity that you need while you're being consistent. And it's the origin of all the courage that you'll ever need while you're using your memory in real life. So, you know, you might want to go and compete. Great. We can help you out there. But if you just want to be better with facts and figures and dates and times and phone numbers and credit card numbers and so forth, this is a go-to skill to have. You never have to worry about what your password was again, for example, and you can just get in there, look at information, put it into your long-term memory, and have a greater sense of confidence, control. Yeah, doing is the origin of control. I like it. So things evolve over time. I just evolved it right now. That's what this is all about. It's about using your brain at the highest possible level and getting in there, creating a better life, creating a better imagination, creating a better memory, and then using that memory to enjoy life better at a higher level, and then making everybody else's life better around you, because you're happier, you're more confident, you're more courageous, you're more accomplished, and you're more consistent, you're more creative, and you are more magnetic. So, thanks again for watching this video. Until we have a chance to speak again, come visit me at magneticmemorymethod.com. Claim that free course at magneticmemorymethod.com/YT. Thumbs up if you like this. Hit that subscribe button and the bell so we can meet each other on a YouTube live session one of these days, very soon. Talk to you soon. And until then, keep yourself magnetic.